I just drafted that 90 overall dead car. That's some shit for that. That's my first draft. And I have, I think I have Ronald Bears from the Colts. I think I do. Or somebody, I don't really know. But, yeah.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human. I'm a human now, but I used to be. I used to be your raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds.
You better not
I don't need to
copyright me,
force
bro.
it. I landed
This
in the curve.
is
Whatever I'm encouraged. Thank you. Feel like I was
not
touched by your
something
name.
that
Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate.
I don't know if I want to spend most though.
Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
I think I did take that rainbow.
Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around.
Ooh. This the James Jones from last year, I think. Ooh, got a right tackle. That's good. Right guard, I can keep one in later. I'm taking this game strong.
Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that.
I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect a special, ain't special. I don't expect them. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stressing. Sometimes the pressure keeps pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to...
In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount.
I haven't took a linebacker yet.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense?
I don't need to.
It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense?
I need another corner. So, yeah, I'm going to take Brandon Carr, going to the right, behind you on the left.
What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skilled player to add another weapon?
Yeah.
Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
I haven't got one yet. I'll be right back, guys.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
All right. You can start the record.
And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
So that's the process of putting your team together. From here, you can either take a moment to modify your lineup or, heck, head right out onto the field to see how you do.
All right, guys.
Put away your
Always see me
inhibitions.
playing
Pretty
football.
stingy, you just
Go to
get
the
loose.
mound.
We all young, wild, and different. We can all get hit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That instant.
Eating some Starbursts. They are good. Tell me if I'm too far away from my mic. I know I'm up close right now. Okay.
Thank you, Larry.
Okay.
So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff.
In RG Stadium, home of this year's Super Bowl.
And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a first down. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A second down throw for Rivers. Pass incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Now Rivers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On second down, Peterson down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Give him 6 yards and they do convert on third. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Running for it. Here's Peterson. He's normally a sure thing down here, but Peterson denied near the goal line. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple, a tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 35 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offensive.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Play action now. Rivers. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. Third down here.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Play fake. Rivers. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And now on 4th down, Gus Bradley will turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And Cundiff able to knock it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now the Packers get set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. He'll buy some time right. Caught, right side, Gresham. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Now a play fake. Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a sloppy beginning for them. An interception on their opening drive, and now a missed field goal here on drive number 2.
Doesn't feel like they've shown up yet. It's been a very flat start. And against a team like this, you just can't let that happen.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there.
And touchdown! Crockett Gilmore, 34 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. McFadden will be the lone setback. To throw his car. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. The final shot here before half for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
I don't even have to do that. I'll get ball.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Carr will try it again on second down. Flushed out right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Johnson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I ain't played this game. I ain't played Madden ever. I just been trying to check that.
Now Carr throwing on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Darren McFadden out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense at that. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete.